Elle écrivait ses lettres ici avant de les envoyer par pigeon. Je peux pas le laisser là. Elle y tenait beaucoup. Je crois qu'elle serait touchée par ce gars.
Is Lucas just waiting out there? That's so funny. He would come in here with us and just kind of explore. He would even freak out when we ran into the den of rats. He would have no idea. He's just like, Amicia, next time, can you at least give me a heads up before you go and get your feet nipped on by a bunch of rats? You know, the ones we've been avoiding this entire game. But yeah, Lucas unfortunately suffers the curse of being kind of a dummy and walking into these pits himself, so you have to be kind of careful with him. And once again, we find ourselves and our lives in the hands of a small child. So, yeah, we want to be a little bit careful. So that's about as far as it can go. So when the game gives me nope, there we go. Nice. Go ahead and open that up, and the way is free. But we can't do anything about it until we move this second lamp. So we'll head over here. Yeah, there's a couple of things over here, but you still want to be careful because if you kind of put your light over there, the AI is going to take it as a sign to go forward, even though there is no light, and it's really aggravating sometimes. So let's go ahead and bring him over here, and we'll be set to move forward, where as it turns out...
Lucas, on n'est pas seul. Oh. Un garde. Il est encore en vie.
Quelqu'un, à l'aide. Les rats.
Toi, dis-moi, combien vous êtes ici?
J'ai mal. Je peux pas crever comme ça.
Comme ça? Vous avez exécuté ma famille. Tu mérites cette mort.
Aie pitié de moi.
Pitié? Je t'interdis d'utiliser ce mot. Bon, je peux rien tirer de lui.
So, there is a chapter-specific achievement tied to the health of not only this guard, but the one ahead. And it goes by the name of Merciful. Clearly, if we put the lights out here, the rats will swarm to this man and consume him whole. And while you would more than likely want to do that on account of the fact that he's a dirty pig, we need to keep him alive. So for Odoris, I'm going to go set this over here and just move these rats away from us so we can head over here. And whatever you do, do not use extinguish.
Qui êtes-vous?
Je suis la fille de Robert et Béatrice de Rune.
Oh non. Oh, pitié. Pitié, je t'en prie.
Silence. Je te laisse à ton sort.
Absolutely. So we, oof, okay. Can you guys like calm down? We're gonna throw another Odoris over here to get all of those rats out of this tent. And this area is just quite the haven for supplies and materials. So you really want to sort of, I guess, take advantage of it as much as you can, even though I literally can't make use of any of it. So let's do some of this, some of that. There we go. And we're set. So as much as I would like to just kill these guys on account of the fact that I already got this achievement, we'll still show it off. Because it'll pop once you get through that door, which is where we have to go next. Unfortunately, there's still some stuff over there, so let's have a look. Toss you about right there. And we'll just run this way. So... yeah, it was kind of a bummer losing all that footage, and you know, we had like such a minor power surge that my laptop didn't even turn off that I'm recording commentary to, and that one has a dead battery in it. Also, the cats dropped an entire cup of coffee all over it back in 2020, so the fact that it's still kicking is a sight to behold. But yeah, it was so small that it's just, it was a blip, and it's awful. So we do need at least 2 more of the leathers in order to get the pouch, and we will be able to get it soon enough. I was afraid the first time I had played this that I would be short by 1 because I made that Luminosa, which requires leather, but not the case. Being able to throw Luminosa, not really the most useful thing either, like in your sling, so not going to worry too much about that. But as we go ahead and we leave both of these guards alive. I've read that you only need to keep this one alive and that one is fine to kill, but I don't trust any guide on this game that I've read because there's always conflicting information. But we'll go set them over there and make our way through here.
Ils sont déjà morts. Et j'ai assez de sang sur les mains. Oh mon Dieu, est-ce que c'est réel? Ma maison. C'est un corps là-bas? Non. Non, par pitié. Amicia, on peut s'arrêter, trouver un autre chemin. Non. Je dois voir. Est-ce que c'est ton père? Est-ce que c'est fini? On dirait. Tu nous as sauvé la vie. On fêtera ça plus tard. Il faut qu'on atteigne la chambre. C'est la fenêtre juste au-dessus. Tu devrais prendre la torche.
And with that,
je vais nous guider. Merci.
we now have the advent of clusters, and they are incredibly annoying, and it's at this point of the game where you are definitely going to want to have fast crafting ignifers at your very disposal. And of course, as you approach the place where the great Robert de Rune was murdered.
Père, ils ont pris son corps. Ils me l'ont pris. J'aurais dû l'enterrer. J'aurais dû... Désolée, je suis désolée, Amicia. S'il vous plaît, faites qu'il repose en paix.
Yeah, it's pretty tragic. We couldn't give him a proper burial, but at least we can get the man back who did it. This goddamn Nicholas. So, we're gonna step in here, and things are still about to get a little odd.
Cadavre, celui sans armure. C'est un de nos servants. Mais attends. Oui, les gardes ont été dévorés, mais pas lui. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Si je le savais. La brisure. Ces remous continuent de se propager dans le temps.
Yeah, no kidding. So, something I did want to mention while going through this is just how much I admire the animations of these rats. I know it probably doesn't seem like much, seeing as how the game is like, what, more than 3 years old by this point, but I think they did a really good job of just animating them and just having them sort of just come together and cluster in such an interesting way. It's just visually very interesting, and I like it a lot. Even if, you know, it doesn't look all that great by, I guess, some people's standards, I still personally enjoy it. Now, in the second room...
Oui, il les évite. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe ici?
Yeah, this is still extremely odd, but we're going to head over here for our first curiosity of the chapter, and this is one that took me a little longer than I'd like to admit to find.
C'était à ton père? Oui. Du temps de ses guerres aux côtés du roi Philippe. C'est un grand chevalier. Alors il ne sera pas oublié. On y est. C'est là-haut.
So, get back into your damn holes, and we can climb up because we're actually in an extremely familiar spot. As it turns out, we're in the living quarters, and this should look very, very cozy.
Oh, attention. On dirait qu'ils convergent tous ici. Ils vont vers sa chambre.
Yeah. So, we can't go over there. You can't even take your sling out right now, but this is what remains of Amicia's room, and clearly we'll be going there soon enough. But, of course, the main objective is Beatrice's office.
Les potions pour Hugo doivent être là.
And hopefully we find something good in here.
Lucas, tu as vu ces pots? De simples infusions. Insuffisant. Il doit y en avoir d'autres.
Yeah, something tells me she might not keep her best stuff, you know, right next to her son's room and in public. But yeah, make sure you're all crafted up. I literally cannot make anything except for that, which it doesn't even matter right now. But just keep in mind, you are still going to want a lot of ignifer.
Alors, on y est? Oui, c'est la chambre d'Hugo. Allons-y.
Now, behind Exhibit B.
Là, il y a d'autres pots. Tout est exactement comme avant. Non, c'est pas ça. Ça non plus. Oh, non, Lucas, rien à voir. Pourquoi la chambre est restée intacte? Non, c'est pas ce qu'on cherche. Toujours rien? Non, tout ça, ce sont des potions ordinaires. Ta mère devait travailler sur un élixir bien plus complexe. Il y a forcément autre chose, un autre endroit, une autre pièce.
Ça me dit rien.
Magnum, ça ne se fait pas comme ça. Elle a forcément un laboratoire quelque part.
Je sais pas, je vois pas où.
Laurentius, il avait installé son laboratoire à l'abri des regards. Ta mère, elle aussi, a dû...
Elle me disait rien. Je la voyais jamais.
Mais justement, il n'y a pas un endroit où elle ne voulait pas que tu ailles. Je sais pas, un endroit qu'elle protégeait.
Il y avait les ruines romaines. Elle disait que c'était dangereux.
Les ruines romaines. Oui, c'est bien une idée d'alchimiste, ça. Tu sais précisément où c'est?
Dans le jardin. Allons-y.
All right, well, we have a new objective, and it's to basically retrace our old steps that we took to escape here the first time. Now, I love that in Hugo's toy box, there is rocks, alcohol, and sulfur, so it's a grand old time for a small child to be having. But as we step outside...
Ils s'en vont?
Non, ils se rassemblent.
Tu veux dire...
J'ouvre un chemin à droite. Oui, j'arrive. Silence bientôt. Éclaire la pièce. Charme-toi des rats. J'ai ouvert la voie, mission, on doit y aller.
Is that it? Is that all we had to do? Because the music is still pretty intense. But yeah, he was nice enough to go ahead and light up these rooms for us. I guess it's to make up for the fact that, you know, he wasted one of our shots. And it's funny because in the other recording, as I was shooting the rock down to release that cart with the flames in the very beginning of the chapter, he was right in front of me again, and it like threw my shot off like just barely. So it's kind of annoying, but it's along Amicia's room. Guess we'll never see it again. But as we proceed forward, the faint smell of cinnamon wafts through the air. Huh.
C'était juste...
Avance. Ils peuvent revenir.
Amicia, j'ai peur.
Je suis là avec toi. Allez, il faut continuer.
Well, we're back down here in the kitchen where Leia was making that bomb-ass gumbo. And we can't really do much about anything else here, so let's step outside and retrace some more familiar territory.
Mon Dieu, c'est encore pire que ce que je pensais. Tout est mort.
Les termes, ils sont où?
Là-bas, à l'autre bout.
On doit traverser ça? Mais...
Je sais. On va y arriver.
That's right. The Roman ruins, aka the baths, are where we have to go next. And you want to make sure you head over here first because we can find a new addition to Hugo's herbarium.
Une fleur. Intacte.
Une quinte-feuille, je crois.
Hugo ne voudrait pas qu'on la laisse là.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. It's cute and all, but what is this? Did I miss something over here? Just a couple of sulfur. So, once again, get more ignifer ready and prepare to run for your life. Preferably with Lucas in tow so you don't get a game over, because this is where he likes to get, you know, caught on one or two rats and then succumb to the horde. So we have a ton of straw fire-based areas we have to run through, and I had gone through here previously and checked to see if there were collectibles nearby. There wasn't really. So let's go ahead and go. Run, Lucas. We're going to do this one. This one will not go out. And now here, yeah, you could have a bit of a breather, I suppose. Let's go and craft up. Maybe do one of those just because I'm going to run out of everything. And we continue again. But this time we have to take a bit of a turn here and go.
Allez, rate-toi. Merci. Merci de ton soutien.
As the fire burns, the radius goes down, so keep in mind, if you take too long, they will start coming back before long. But no, right here, Lucas.
C'est bon.
Pas vrai. Regarde ça.
Jesus.
Une rivière de rats.
C'est le seul chemin vers les termes.
Attends, le chariot. Allume le feu et on le pousse et...
Non, je l'allume et toi tu le pousses.
Quoi? Moi tout seul?
Tu as vu ce qui s'est passé tout à l'heure? Tu crois qu'ils vont nous laisser passer comme ça?
D'accord. Mais prépare des munitions, parce qu'il est hors de question qu'on ait fait tout ça pour rien.
Okay, so this next part is a bit of an auto-scroller, and as much as I do enjoy a good on-rail shooter, we're gonna head over here first, because this is Alchemist Cart number 4, and we can light this lamp up, but sadly, it is facing in the wrong direction, and that is not fun. So once again, we're gonna run into the horde, and make way for us. Oof, thought my Y button didn't activate there for a second. And we can go ahead and just set this probably about right there so that on our way back we don't get inundated with these things. So by the time we got in here, I was really excited. I was like, yes, we get to almost be done with this, and I almost did not see this leather was here. This is the last one I needed in order to fully upgrade my pooch. So with this, you grant yourself an achievement and 2 shots in a row
Simplifier la vie.
without priming and recharging, and that is a fantastic time. So we're just gonna need some more leather to finish this off, and we can, I guess, do some of this. Somnum don't really care much for tossing that either, so just not the highest priority there for us. So let's get the heck out of here and prepare for some really annoying nonsense. They are nice enough to continue to give you ammo down the line. Just make sure you're well stocked and we'll be set.
Allez
Lucas,
Lucas, on y va.
Advienne que pourra.
lead the way, my friend.
Sang. Ce que c'est. Lourd.
Allez, juste un effort.
Juste un effort. J'ai passé ma vie à étudier dans une cave. Le seul vivre. Sang.
Oui, ils arrivent.
Ne laisse pas approcher.
Écoute, si tu veux que je te passe la fronde,
C'est bon. J'ai compris. On regroupe.
je m'en occupe.
Encore un. Je ne peux pas mourir ici. En poussant un chariot.
Tu ne vas pas mourir, Lucas. Personne ne meurt avant qu'on ait atteint cette terre.
Comme si on pouvait décider. Depuis qu'on se connaît, nos vies sont guidées par le chaos.
Peut-être, mais c'est moi qui tiens la fronde. Alors calme-toi et pousse.
Je fais que ça.
Ça suffit. Toutes nous arrêtez pas. Tu tiens le coup?
J'ai mal aux jambes.
On approche. Accroche-toi.
Je fais tout ce que je peux.
La lumière là-bas. Les terres. On y est presque, Lucas.
Alicia, je réfléchis. Mais je crois que
De quoi, Lucas?
toutes ces attaques,
C'est pas trop le moment là.
c'est parce qu'on est sur la bonne.
Sur la bonne voie. Oui. Encore plus jusqu'au bout. On y est, Lucas. On l'a fait. Merci. Merci, Lucas. Tu vois, c'est sacrément costaud.
Oui, mais je crois pas que je remarcherai un jour.
Allez, je sais pas ce que ma mère cachait là-dessous, mais tu veux pas rater ça, hein?
Ouais, ça. Non. Allons-y.
Yeah, Lucas for MVP. Now, before we head downstairs, there is one last matter to attend to, and that is our escape route.
Lucas, c'est là. C'est là que j'ai vu mourir ma mère.
Mais... Arthur a dit qu'elle était en vie, non?
Oui. C'est le corps de ce pauvre Lambert. Il a dû prendre le coup à sa place. Elle est encore en vie. Mais... il l'a...
Je sais. Mais pense à ton frère. Il faut qu'on avance.
No, the poor soul of Lambert. May he rest knowing that he helped us get away. Even though that entire scenario was really bizarre and kind of odd how they just had us sprint off and they just stayed back for no real reason.
Ça me rappelle mon enfance.
Tant mieux. Parce que on va avoir besoin de tes souvenirs.
Ma mère refusait que je vienne ici. Elle disait que c'était dangereux.